Gia Coppola had a problem. She couldn't figure out who should star in the new movie she was about to direct, about Shelley, a veteran Las Vegas showgirl whose world crumbles when her longtime review shudders. It was all these actresses from the past I would dream about. Wouldn't this be an interesting role for Marilyn Monroe? The director tells Entertainment Weekly, sitting backstage last weekend at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival before a post-screening Q&A of The Last Showgirl. But then, it hit her when she was watching Pamela Anderson's 2023 Netflix documentary, Pamela, A Love Story. She is the Marilyn of our time, Coppola recalls. I find her to be a very interesting human being. She's very intelligent and has an art background, and I could see she was a woman that was really craving to express herself as an actress creatively. I saw a lot of parallels with Shelley, but I also saw this was a person that was really hungry to show her talents. As seen in EW's exclusive first-look photos, Shelley is the star performer in Las Vegas fictional Le Razzle Dazzle, based on the real Jubilee, which closed in 2016 and was the last of its kind, a dying show featuring lots of sequins, feathers, and, well, showgirls. When producers announced they're shutting down the production, Shelley is devastated, anxiously wondering what she'll do next. She devoted some 3 decades of her life to this, sacrificing her relationship with her daughter, Hannah, Billie Lourd, in the process. Once Anderson got her hands on Kate Gerston's script, based on a play she wrote several years ago, inspired by her experience observing the closing of Jubilee, she was instantly drawn to the character, who takes her art form very seriously, everyone reducing her to a sexual object be damned. I've never read a script that I responded to like that before. No one was sending me anything like this, Anderson says, seated across from Coppola. I read it and I thought, I have to do this. It's life or death. It's really important. At the movie's Toronto International Film Festival premiere in September, the actress said she's been getting ready my whole life for this role, and she was ready for the biggest challenge of her career. Having a beautiful, messy life is something incredible to draw from, and sometimes I'll look back on my life and think, I could have done this differently, but you need the life experience to be able to look back and say those things, she explains now of her statement at the premiere. I do love the craft of acting, and I've taken a lot of private lessons, and finally, I felt like this is an opportunity for me to put that into practice. She was also able to have 1,000% focus on the project, thanks to single Dom and her kids being grown. She realized, I have nothing to lose. And what if this is the last movie I ever do? Or the only movie I ever do? Sure, she's appeared in some 24 films, a handful of those as herself. But in The Last Showgirl, it's all about Shelley, and in turn Anderson, who also took the role as a chance to see what I'm made of. I knew I was capable of more than I'd done in the past, and I kind of had given up and went home and thought, oh well, it's too bad. I screwed up. I didn't work hard enough, or people just see me a certain way because I fell into the trappings, the Baywatch actress says. I want to be defined by what I do and not what has been done to me. In the movie, opening December 13th in limited release and expanding nationwide on January 10th, Shelley isn't the only one facing an uncertain future. Also in Le Razzle Dazzle are 2 younger performers, Jodie, Kiernan Shipka, and Marianne Brennesong, as well as stage manager Eddie, Dave Bautista, with whom she has some complicated feelings. But then there's Annette, a former showgirl-turned-cocktail waitress, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. She immediately had a lot of ideas about what she would look like and what her backstory was, the Oscar and Emmy winner says, calling EW from Tennessee where she's filming the series Scarpetta. I called my wig maker, and we were off to the races. Curtis was in her red wig the first time Anderson met her. She had also just gotten a spray tan. We were doing the table read. She was getting more and more orange, and with this frosty pink lipstick, Anderson recalls, laughing. It was amazing. The look, though, was very intentional. There is that term that is kind of a pejorative of particularly women that says they look like they were rode hard and put away wet, Curtis explains. And that was her goal with Annette. I wanted very much to show the damage the sun had done to her. She has that leathered look. I really wanted them to experience it in the theater and not just watch it on a computer screen, Coppola says about making them wait. So to sit next to Pamela as she was watching it and be around all of them was really gratifying. I could see how this movie plays so well with an audience. It's really reactionary, and it has a communal kind of experience. As excited as Anderson was to make the movie, she admits it was so hard to watch it. It's the first time I had seen myself up on a big screen doing a movie, she says. But wasn't that always her goal? Growing up in Canada? I don't know what my dreams were. I was always a very imaginative kid. I was too shy to do a lot of that when I was younger, but as I got older, it was something I was really curious about, so I started working on that. And then my life took a different turn, but that curiosity never went away. I feel like this is what I'm meant to do, so I hope to get to do more, she continues. I feel like this is just the beginning of my career.